Hey there, everybody. Eric from Outer Limitless with Carlos from Daily Carry Solutions. We're here at BLADESHOW 2022 down in Atlanta. I'm at the Work Tuff booth with none other than Zeke Menacho.
What's up, guys?
What's up, buddy?
How's it going, man?
Fantastic. You know, after all this time, you know, talking on the phone, occasional little messages, social media posts,
back and
all
forth.
the back and forth,
Yep.
It is just awesome to be here with you in person, man.
It really is, man.
It never can happen enough. But we're here. We're here. So listen, I believe, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, that you were put to a test. You were challenged by the man himself, Vic Lynn.
That's absolutely true.
Tell us about that.
Yes. So I was challenged by Master V, as I call him. I was challenged by Vic to go ahead and get something out that was a fighting knife. So we came up with a Little Evil fighter. This little bad boy, I named him right after the one of my favorite fighters of all time. He was a featherweight champ for the UFC, the Ultimate Fighting Championship. And I figured, what better to show something that punches way above its weight. We got a 5 3/4 inch cutting edge on this version of it. That handle is all about the ergonomics. We got M2 speed steel. You could look at all the details on that. We went with jimping up high on it, because what I notice is when people actually use it, they put their thumb up here when they go to do push cuts with it. We also have a secondary grip with it, which in a lot of those ways of combat and all that good stuff, we got what's called an ice pick grip. So there's more jimping down here. Nice big pommel in case you got to use it for anything. And the ergos come ready to go. Either way. And this is a smaller Little Evil. This is 5 3/4 inch cutting edge on this one. Now, for the bigger version of that, we got a 7-inch cutting edge, just a hair less aggressive on the recurve. We went with a reverse tanto tip on this, so that tip is going to be extra strong for piercing, getting into whatever you got to get into, and getting right out of it. Nice recurve on this. So what happens is the softer areas, when you stab in and cut out, it ends up catching all that right here in this little area of the recurve, and it does a good job of bunching up, and the knife does exactly what it's supposed to do. We went with an 8mm thick M2 speed steel on it. It's very, very, very wear resistant. We went with a non-reflective finish in case anybody decides that they need that. And I'm thinking we're just putting out the absolute best fighter that we could possibly put out, because if somebody's going to have something with my name on it and they're going to go into any kind of field or campaign of battle, I want them to make sure that they have the absolute best piece of steel that they can have.
Well, I'll tell you, it's interesting because a lot of the Work Tuff guys have really been going to battle by chopping, by slashing, by all those BUSHCRAFT tasks. But this is the first fighting style knife, really. Could you take some of these other designs for fighting? Sure, but this is the first purely designed, purpose-built fighting knife in the Work Tuff catalog. And it's got your name on it, man. That's cool.
Dude, I'm stoked. I am absolutely stoked. I'm happy that it's there, and I'm happy that Vic gave me the challenge to go ahead and do it.
Yeah, you know what else I like? Vic's been pushing with different steels, and here we go again. We're bringing in the M4, which I think is a really cool option for this. I would expect it's probably going to command a slightly higher price point, of course, versus SK85 that we've come to know. But at the same time, I mean, you get a lot of knife with any Work Tuff knife. You get a lot of knife.
And that's exactly, we just entered this into, and it's actually M2. I don't mean to correct you. Yeah, I just want to make sure that folks that went M4. Same family. You go M2, M4, and then there's Rex 45.
I blew it. I hate making mistakes, man.
Dude, you know what? It's the best thing in the world, actually, because then we get to learn more. The idea that, though, we actually entered this as best budget knife in the show right now, because we think we're putting out such a great value. The fit and finish on this is going to be second to none. You close your eyes and you're not going to know where the G10 stops and the actual steel starts. Like you said, M2 steel, which is an upgraded steel from SK85 and some of the other steels that we've been using. You got the nice acid finish on this. When we actually go into production with it, I think we're going to do some cold bluing with it. One of the other things that you'll see is this 8mm forward lanyard hole. That'll get downsized a little bit. So you are looking at an absolute prototype right now. And as with all prototypes, things change, as you know.
That's right.
Before we go into production with them, because we get feedback from it and just try to make the best thing that we can possibly put in people's hands. And that's what we do for Work Tuff.
You know what the best part about this whole thing is?
What's that?
Seeing these end up in people's hands.
Isn't that the best? Man?
That really is the best part about this.
It's cool to see them riding on people's hips, man.
And
better yet, in the field.
Better out in the field and around the world. These knives are literally becoming part of culture around the world, which is
absolutely
really
true.
cool.
So not to just plug our Facebook group, but we got an awesome Facebook group called the Work Tuff Adventure Team, and we do get reports in from everybody all around the world. So we know that stuff like Bowler K340 is a near stainless steel that's absolutely super tough, because we have guys in the jungles of Southeast Asia and just going nuts with that, and then they report back to us, this is what works, this is what doesn't work, and so far it's been a lot of stuff that works, and we've been really lucky and really fortunate with that.
Zeke, not only does it work, it works tough, buddy.
It's true, man.
The little evil fighter. You got the large.
Yep, got the 7-inch right here.
Woo!
Yep.
In M2 steel.
M2 steel, yep.
Love it.
Speed steel, baby.
Coming soon.
Yep. Work Tuff Gear.